After months of rumors, Harmonix officially announced Rock Band 4 last week. It's being made for the Xbox One and PS4 and will hit the stage later this year. Like before, there will be a guitar, drum set, and microphone, and this time around, Harmonix is partnering with gaming peripheral company Mad Catz to create the new instruments. The developers also hope to make PS3 and 360 instruments backwards compatible, but they haven't worked out all the details. As for the music, a yet unnamed number of songs will be included, and hundreds of additional tunes will be available to buy at launch. Harmonix promises that every single one of the older tracks will eventually be released for Rock Band 4 as legacy DLC. Best of all, when a track is released, you'll be able to download it for free if you already bought it on a last-gen console. Believe it or not, Ripley will be back in the next Alien movie. Speaking with the UK's Sky News, Sigourney Weaver herself has confirmed that she'll reprise her iconic role as Ellen Ripley in director Neill Blomkamp's recently announced Alien sequel. Weaver just worked with Blomkamp on his latest film, Chappie, and given his track record making smart sci-fi films like District 9 and Elysium, she thinks he's the perfect filmmaker to revive the franchise. Blomkamp has hinted that his film will disregard the events of the third and fourth films, saying that he wants this to be the genetic sibling of Alien and Aliens. Now to what's sure to be one of the biggest games of the year, Konami has announced that Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain will hit consoles on September 1st, with the PC version set to arrive on September 15th. Two different versions will be available, a day one version with some in-game content and a fancy collector's edition with a lot more in-game content. The Phantom Pain is the first in the series to feature open-world environments, so you can decide for yourself how, where, and when to complete your objectives. Many of the new gameplay features in the game were showcased in the short prologue game Ground Zeroes, which was released last year. Joining me now is my stealthy friend, Marissa Roberto. You're just like a snake. I didn't hear you come in. Now, what do you think about the big release date for Metal Gear Solid 5? Phantom Pain. You excited?
Well, this face doesn't seem like it's excited about it, only because, honestly, I watched the review from Ben Suppleman and Jose Sanchez.
For Ground Zeroes.
Yeah. And they weren't too pumped about it, only because they got a little section, a little chunk of the game that was coming out later, and they paid a lot of dough for that.
But this is the full meal deal. They released that to appease the fans like me. We did have a good time, but you're right, it was too short. I think this is going to be a very exciting release for this year.
Okay, it's exciting for sure. I just don't like the whole, you know how I am with money, Victor Lucas.
Yeah.
I don't like spending money on something and then spending more money on the same type of thing later on. It should have just been one big game.
Yeah, they got burned for that too.
Yeah.
A lot of hate. All right, well, Rock Band is also coming out this year on current gen consoles on Xbox One and PS4. Harmonix was all over GDC, banging the drum about that. Are you excited?
The plastic drum.
Yeah.
I love Harmonix. I love that team.
Yeah.
I just, I feel like...
We had too much, didn't we?
We did have too much, and also, it's too soon for a whole nostalgia thing with Rock Band. We need to wait, I think, a little bit longer.
And it also feels like Harmonix has been shifting to different kinds of strategies, and they're too soon to go back to Rock Band. Even though it was very successful, we loved it. I feel like even one more year of breath, and then I would want to get my instruments out of the garage.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Where did you put your instruments? I don't even know where mine are, honestly. I just know that I have a mountain of plastic somewhere.
Yes, I know, and that's something to consider for sure. Now, Neill Blomkamp, we just saw Chappie. Are you excited that he is taking over the reins of the Alien franchise? At least for one.
I feel like I'm the Scott C. Jones of this conversation today. I did not like that movie, Victor Lucas. I did not like Chappie, so I'm not really looking forward to this now.
I did. I'm a fan. I heard whispers that he was going to be doing this a year ago, and I'm glad that it's coming to fruition. I think that maybe he working with Sigourney Weaver was a calculated move to put them together to see if they could rebuild this thing with Fox.
I think the story idea that he has every single time with Neill Blomkamp is amazing. I just don't like the way it's executed, so I'm scared that it's going to be the same idea with this.
Well, I just hope he sort of adheres to the old classic look and feel, the steamy, smoky kind of vibe of the first two Alien films, and has that look. You know
You're
what I'm
just
saying?
obsessed with Steam right now because you went to Nintendo to talk about the new 3DS game codenamed Steam.
You might be right.